Hello, welcome to Closure Venue. Today we have a scene in the Markham's house. The Lainey wakes up after her coronation. Things starts weird at the morning where Markham brings a breakfast to the bed, but the she knows she needs to get out soon. So what is after getting out of bed? How is Lainey's day start?
It starts with her looking at him and looking at the breakfast and saying, "Thank you. But I have to get going."
Mm. Markham is wearing a red thing and a white. Um, like this is not new. Lainey knew that this change was coming, but this it's still probably strange
What's strange?
that he's wearing, very colorful things.
She appreciates it.
Hmm.
But no,
he,
yeah.
actually,
Oh, go ahead.
he actually tells her like you need to fill your belly before you go.
I have to get a shower and I will eat something on the way. Can you maybe, I don't know, make it into something I can carry with?
Sandwich.
So, yeah, that'd be perfect. Maybe while I shower?
No problem.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Today's a big thing.
I do. What are you gonna wear?
I'll figure it out when I get out of the shower.
Lainey enters the shower and she gets out. She readies herself. What is she going to wear? What is she going to have with her?
I mean, actually, because of who she's meeting, she's going to be wearing pretty much what you see in the one picture, not the drawing, but the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and with the no shoes because she hates shoes. Like she'll wear something, like tennis shoes or something that are
Mm-hmm.
specially made or whatever out to the car. But once she's heading towards Terranar, like they're basically going to sit in the back seat or sit in the car. Or go with her in a bag or something because I'm not even sure she's getting out there. Is there trod?
No, she will be she'll be sent like she checks her phone, okay? Like these kind of things have communicated most of the time. Like Lainey didn't create this. This is like some of the Ilunids under her service, probably the spy master. Um there's a reason why she's called event organizer because like she organizes what Lainey does.
That's more of a personal secretary.
Yes, and she is like a secretary. So basically, like there will be night arriving to protect her.
Actually, she would have made arrangements to to have Dimitri there.
Dimitri is busy.
Work probably.
No, he is going to do meet with the captain of the guards as a night commander. He's also busy the first day.
Yeah, but this is important.
The You will be getting a text, after like you take out of the shower. We can
Because
switch.
I'm just saying because she has people to meet too.
Hmm. And like you will get a text saying from the your her name is Philippa,
Mm-hmm.
and Philippa will be like I can switch the things if you want to, but the knights also the knights also insisted to me serve you.
They do, and I need to meet them as well. I need to meet them. I need to get out to my own county, but I need to get to my own freehold here, the new one. But unfortunately, I have to do this meeting first.
So do you still insist on Dimitri, milady?
Trust him more than anyone.
These knights are sworn to you.
I understand, but I don't know them yet. I will meet them soon. I want Dimitri for now, and just change his meeting till after that.
Okay, I will inform that there's a last minute issue.
Thank you.
You get a couple other texts. That is like the like, for example, the Rat Cap texts, and he's like, "What the hell?" He's not like, he actually is like, "Why the hell the meeting is closed? What happened?" Or the Baroness actually texts Lainey like, "What's going on? Why the night? Like the other meetings are canceled." After like 5 minutes, is there a problem? Do we need to do something?
They will get back. No, it's just a change in plans. It's just the meeting will happen in a few hours. She'll give a time of some sort because she'll send him on his way to meet regardless, say in like 3 hours or whatever time makes sense for getting to Terranar and back.
You are not given a time limit for this meeting.
That's fine, but like I said, he's not going to get to come into the meeting anyways because he's not a Fiona. So he's pretty much going to go with and probably be outside the door would be is what she would think. Since he's not a Fiona, he would probably not be be someone allowed actually into the meeting itself. So yeah, she's just going to she's just going to say it's just going to be put off a little bit. I understand this is important. I wish I could do this meeting now. That would be lovely, but I can't.
Your parents will not object this, but you get the feeling of like, why the fuck we planned this anyway? Then.
Well, Lainey had no idea this was planned. She literally she would have made this plan herself. Like if someone would have actually spoken with her, she would have made other plans.
She recently become a countess. Like like there's getting the barony, getting the county under control. So Dimitri also,
right?
Dimitri made that decision himself that he will need to speak with the guards, and then you request him back, and he comes. But your barons are not happy.
They will have to deal with that.
Yeah. Because
she would have preferred to go directly to the county anyway today as well, but she doesn't have the choice.
She will hear the arrival of Dimitri in front of the door. Dimitri doesn't come to the house. And Margrim is like, "So what are you taking?"
Well, actually, because I was going to say earlier, we got distracted because of the Dimitri thing. But she was going to wear pretty much what she has on, what you see in the picture there. And she's also taking that Fiona treasure, the sword, which she will put around, she will put in its scabbard piece, tie it, and she will wear that. It seemed quite appropriate to wear to a meeting with the High Lady. And of course, she will. Today, she's going to just wear her mother's brooch, which is also a Fiona thing.
She wears those things, and Margrim is at like he starts wearing like more darker things, his usual self. And
are you going to Terranar as well, or what are you doing today?
I have meetings in I have a meeting with the Reeve Council. It seems the Benjamin Barker has some interesting things to share. And then I have a meeting with my order. And that's actually it. I will be probably late at home, and then because I have work to do.
She nods. I don't get to work on my book today, but hopefully sometime in the next couple of days I'll get some time in.
Hopefully. I would recommend very highly on focusing on the county.
She looks at him, and there's a look in her eyes where she just looks depressed at that idea. And she just looks away.
I'm sorry, Helen. I wish I can help you.
I'm going to handle this. You know I always handle it, but I can't keep my nature at bay forever.
I know. I will take the Skirtle then.
No. Dimitri can keep an eye on him. Or
Are you going to bring the Skirtle to Tarnar?
Do you think he wouldn't come find me? And do you really think you can take him with you?
I mean, I think he is used to me.
You have important meetings. You shouldn't have him there either.
I have nights to take care of him. And my nights doesn't have to work, you know, like yours, because you just took over a county. My shit is going on good. If it's up to you, you can, it's your decision.
Doesn't matter. You can have Rancor stay with him.
Okay, Rancor can stay here.
Well, not here. He'll go to the Freehold and keep an eye on him.
Okay.
Because really, they're better in the Freehold, don't you think?
Up to you.
It's much better if there's water nearby for Squirtle to play in.
I gotta go, honey. See you later.
Lainey already looks stressed, but she just nods. Like, she didn't expect the morning to be like this, and she hasn't even left the apartment yet.
You'll see, like, Margam looking at her expectantly.
Like I said, she looks stressed. She's not really thinking straight at the moment.
I guess I see you later.
You just said that.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay. I guess.
He leaves very awkwardly.
She's going to take a moment and take a deep, deep breath before she goes anywhere else. It's just been crazy. Like, what is with all this stress? And she just started the day. She hasn't even gotten to see Squirtle in like 2 days.
Dimitri is waiting at the car.
Yeah. After a minute or two, yeah. Like I said, she was just going to take a minute to try to calm. And then she will start to head out. Carrying the biggest coffee and sandwich that Margram's nice enough to make for her.
You enter the car. Dimitri is waiting. It says, Your Excellency.
She just looks at him and looks relieved to see him. Good morning. I'm sorry to bother you so early.
It's fine. I'm actually sad that I couldn't get the meeting. What happened?
I just want someone I trust with me. I don't know these other guards yet.
I was going to give you 2 Fiona.
Just give me this, okay, Dimitri? Everyone seems to disagree with me, and I don't understand why this has to be so hard.
It's not awkward.
It's about you. It's not about whether they're Fiona or not. I trust you.
I understand, Your Excellency. I think the thing you don't see is I am not, captain of the guard anymore. I am knight commander. That puts me in position of defending your county, and I had to deal with other things. I didn't know you had a meeting.
I didn't know either until last night. I was
What
pretty
I'm trying to
much
say is like
informed.
I'm sorry, I thought you would be like okay with others. I didn't know that you would request my presence.
It's my first day. And I would feel more comfortable having someone that I know around me.
If you say so, it's completely okay.
I don't even know the other
something.
people yet. I would like at least to meet them before they start going. I haven't even gotten to go to my own freehold yet.
Your Excellency, a couple of them is from your old barony.
That's good to hear.
A couple of the
It'll make
guards.
it a little easier.
I moved a couple of the guards and the knights. You have your friends with you. It is going to be okay.
They weren't friends. It's just if I know them and I trust them, then that's important. So that's why it's good. Just
who did you leave to make decisions in the county?
I don't remember her name right now. Give me a moment, because Lainey would remember. I left Marissa. Marissa should be there to answer for me until I get there. I'm assuming she'll be sending me texts to update me on things and ask questions as need be.
Yeah, probably.
Rose, oh god, I said the wrong name, I think. Let me find her name again. I'm so sorry, I just can't keep track of all these people. Alice should also be there to start looking over the finances and getting that straight.
It seems Lab was very rich. There's not a lot of problems in finances. He didn't have problem finding the money for guards. I wake up very early today.
I'm not questioning that. It's still best to know where the money goes and where, if we need to cut things back, where we can, or where we can add money to if need be.
He is like, starting a car. He already started a car and he is going towards one of the freeholds. And he says, it's very weird. The military is very organized and disorganized at the same time because of the how commoners are allowed to create at arms. I went to a changing bar yesterday, seeing a bartender carrying a two-handed sword.
I'm going to tell you something that I'm not going to tell too many other people. In fact, probably anybody.
Not even my friend Malcolm.
I mean, yeah, I might tell him if the subject comes up. If it doesn't come up, then I don't know.
I'm all ears, Your Excellency.
I would rather have stayed in Queens. I don't really think it's going to be a lot of fun cleaning up Vlad's mess. You know Vlad. You know exactly why it was so organized over there. Because it's Vlad.
Who would you put in your place?
Well, definitely not Amari.
Then who would you put in your place?
No, listen, I'm not saying I don't understand it. I'm just telling you what I would choose if I had a choice. If I'm not asking for it to change. I'm telling you, I know what I would choose, and I would rather stay. I would rather be there. But putting Amari here would be just a terrible decision. Amari is a wild card.
The Oscavidians, we have been taught the weight of honor. A lot of people think an honor is an easy thing, but it's not.
You're right, it's not.
A lot of people doesn't understand the weight that is on your shoulders. Now the problem is, I think there was only one other person who could have been a good leader for the Brooklyn. But that person could have done things in a very unsocial way. Would you like me to tell you who that person is?
I have a guess.
Please.
Mockram.
He would turn that place into a very bad place, and the commoners would have been scared. That's the reason you are here, in my opinion, Your Excellency.
I understand. I very much understand why the Duke and whoever else was involved put me here.
Queen Mab. That's what the rumor says.
Well, she is part of my house.
You're being given this blessing. It's a big responsibility. Oscavidians. The responsibility is something we bear.
Are you saying I should be a Gwydion, Dimitri?
No. Of course not. What I'm saying is, I think you should look forward, Your Excellency. This may make you look back, and it may be bad for you.
I know what I have to do. I'm not looking for a pep talk. I was just acknowledging what I feel. I would have liked to maybe have done this meeting tomorrow, for example. She doesn't seem to realize what difficult timing it is for me to have to meet her before I can start figuring out this county. You know what I mean?
I think she does.
You think she does?
Yes.
Then why would she insist on a meeting first thing on my first day?
Because you're not the only countess who has been called by our High Lord.
She looks at him rather sharply. Are you aware of something I'm not?
Mogram told me today, I think, that he believes that the Aurelia was invited to something. When Mogram believes in something.
I get it. I don't understand why it is that nobody told me this.
Because I don't think he wants you to get stressed.
A little late. I was stressed from the second I woke up this morning.
Can I make a personal comment, Your Excellency?
I mean, we're by ourselves. I'm not sure why you're still calling me Your Excellency.
Lady. He gives a smile with this huge troll grin. I think my friend cares so much about you that he doesn't understand you sometimes.
The simple fact is, when people decide not to put me in the loop on things, not only does it make me look bad, but it leaves me uninformed and unable to make appropriate decisions.
I don't know if he is sure about this. Because he also thinks that telling you things will make you. He believes that he should actually stay out of your business as best as he can, because that may make you feel like he is trying to help you all the time, and he thinks you don't need his help.
And yet, I would assume that because of what we are, that because we have an alliance, both political and personal, that he would tell me things that might be important.
I think that is up to you and him.
I didn't know it was an issue until now. Between that and his going behind my back to to arrange to humiliate the Duke. I don't know what to do at this point. I feel like I have no control over anything, and it's partly because he's doing this.
I don't know what
Supposed
to
to be a
say.
countess. And yet he doesn't tell me that there's going to be potentially somebody else either there or also getting meetings. Because if it's not just me, and then that means that there's something going on as a whole. Something bigger is happening, and I found out from you, which is great, and thank you for telling me. But he could have told me before he left.
I don't know what to say.
Dimitri, you and I have been in this game a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know that when there's a rumor, it can mean everything. It can also mean nothing, but it can mean everything. So even if it was just a rumor, you should have told me.
I ask your permission to stay out of this as a person and closest subject, as you know, Magam and I share notes as well.
She just nods.
This may be a conflict of interest for me.
Like I said, she just nods, turns away, looks out the window for the rest of the trip. She doesn't really eat the sandwich. It just sort of sits there like in a wrapper next to her.
You arrive, Tarinar, after walking all the way up. The Inquisitor sees Lainey.
She's not in the habit of acknowledging them unless they come to her.
They literally just like stop you at the door. Business.
I have a meeting with the High Lady of Fiona.
They look at each other. They look at the weapon.
It's peace-tide, like I said.
Mm-hmm. They still look at it for some weird reason that you don't understand.
She starts to look a little bit impatient.
They look at Delaney and says, "You may go inside, Your Excellency." Sir Dimitri, we will search you.
Lainey will stay with him as this happens.
They pat him down for some awkward reason. Dimitri has his two-handed sword. Pardon, his halberd. His she-plate that Magam bought him.
Actually, Lainey did.
Really? It was Lainey?
Yeah, Lainey bought it for him, and then bought him the armor, and then he paid her back, actually.
Oh, okay. Then you go in.
She's going to look and she's going to ask, though.
Mm.
Why does he need to be searched?
I'm sorry, milady. Can't share information.
I'm a countess. And you're saying it's above my pay grade?
Yes. Our apologies.
Has he done something wrong?
You know the Inquisitors usually talk about like themselves, like we, even if there's one guy.
Okay.
And
That's
they say,
great. It sounds like the Borg.
yeah, and then they say, no, he seems he is fine.
She narrows her eyes at this, but isn't going to raise a fuss right this exact second over it. But it's clear that something in that did not work for her.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing as how she is, like, there are oaths between her and Dimitri, and, that whole protection thing.
Mm-hmm.
So she's a bit offended for him. This is one of her people.
Dimitri doesn't look offended.
She is, though.
You will see another knight approaches. Sir Esme ni Eiluned. She's a troll from Eiluned.
You said sir, so is
She's
it a male? It's a female though, so it would be a lady.
Dame, yeah.
Or dame, yeah.
Dame Esme ni Eiluned. I serve to Lord Margrim. They pet her down like motherfucker.
She'll stay there as well to be the witness.
Mm-hmm. And then she looks at Lainey. Your Excellency, it is an honor to see you here. And Knight Commander. She nods to Dimitri as well, and Dimitri nods her back.
Pleasure to see you.
You know, well, Esme is someone who lost her father to Dantain, and she is actually one of the guards that joined the Margrim, but she had risen in power a lot. Margrim made her a knight after some time. She raised Esme himself.
Wait, so Dantain. Yeah, based on, because that's actually, yeah, she's just gonna look at her and be like, if you have time at some point in the future, I would like to have a conversation with you.
No problem at all, my lady. My apologies, Your Excellency. She smiles.
It's fine.
The Lord Margrim was pretty happy today.
I'm glad to hear it. I saw him earlier this morning, but I haven't seen him in an hour or so.
It's been 2 hours, see.
Okay, however long.
And she says, I seen him 1 hour ago, my lady. I came with my mouth. There are some news, but I don't know if it should be the one who tells you those.
Oh shit, she's my curious character. What isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me roll it.
Tabletop chat just for fun.
Yeah, I'm going.
Not tabletop channel, hon. The tabletop chat.
I actually means that. I didn't realize what I had done. Here we go. It was just wits, wasn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You pass.
Okay. She will say that well, that's up to you. I wouldn't ask you to say something that your lord wouldn't want you to.
It's not about my lord, my lady. It's about your house.
Yeah. Forget the curiosity roll. After what about my house?
Count Timothy is found dead.
Her jaw drops because she kind of liked Timothy.
Mm-hmm.
And her eyes close for a second as she like flinches in pain. Like that kind of like, no, that can't be true kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not in pain, but you know what I mean.
He had a heart attack. He found dead in his bed. It seems he had a heart problem for a long time.
No. I'll have to get information on his funeral. He was a good man.
He
Good
was
Boggin.
a wise leader.
Well, I'm on my way to a meeting. I will have to discuss it with her.
I came here to inform the Fiona Commander, not the Fiona High Lady. With your permission, I would like to leave.
Oh, certainly. Why don't we just walk in together and go our
Sure.
different directions?
She nods.
Because, yeah, Lainey's now in a bit of a rush, too. This is priority over idle conversation.
You go inside with Esme and Dimitri. You see in the entrance there is like again more inquisitors. Inquisitor trainees of House Gavidian.
She glances, she's going to glance to Dimitri to see if she can catch any hint of his opinion on his face.
Distaste.
She doesn't say anything, though, because this is the wrong place to talk about it.
Mm-hmm. You immediately being called, went to the Fiona chapters.
Yeah, there's a Fiona probably section, I would assume. Yeah.
There's like 4 knights that are waiting.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm assuming she pretty much went the same direction as we did, because she was trying to find the Fiona Commander to tell them. Mm-hmm. So she'll kind of like, I'm assuming she'll find hers before mine. Mine will be deeper in, I would think. Yes. So she'll just kind of nod politely as she goes her own way, and will approach the knights that are probably guarding, where the lady's at.
Mm-hmm. You will not be pat down, but Dimitri will be asked to stay outside.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he will. And I mean, at least you're playing him, but
Dimitri will stay outside.
She will just look at him and just say, "Thank you for coming with me."
No problem, Your Excellency.
And she will head inside.
You will see the lady is looking outside and drinking a wine, and she says, "Lainey, please sit with me."
What was her name again? Rathesmere, right?
Rathesmere, yes. Lady Rathesmere.
And she'll just say, "Hi, lady." And she'll walk over there. If she was gestured to a seat, she will, in fact, have a seat. And she'll be like, "Before you say anything else, have you heard about Count Timothy?"
What happened to Timothy?
I just learned from someone out there who was coming to inform our commander. But apparently, he had a heart attack in his sleep and died in his bed.
She takes a deep breath and doesn't say anything for 1 minute.
Yeah, like Lindy doesn't say anything else either. She's pretty upset too.
She pours a glass of wine for herself after downing hers, and then she pours a glass of wine to Lainey.
Yeah, Lainey's gonna take the wine.
This puts us in a problematic situation. When the Inquisition happened, Lainey, Timothy suffered a lot. And I can't sadly say that I am able to trust Gavidians anymore.
I trust only one.
My problem is that there's another major house that is requesting our alliance. A house that holds seats as much as House Gavidian in the parliament. house that one of its strongest members that you are actually having a relationship with.
And he just nods because she already knew about. She had already figured out which house she meant.
Mm-hmm. Now, I called you here to talk to you about your responsibilities, and I know you had count duty, countess duties to do, but those can wait for a while because we need to talk. What guarantees you can give me regarding Markham Courtier?
What guarantees do you need?
A steady alliance that won't end up with Inquisition and people who start to have heart problems and die in bed.
Margrim and I have been together for 2 years. I don't think that seems like a relationship that's terribly going to just go away, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Do you know about the Order of the Black Moon? Did your lover inform you about his creation?
Just recently.
I was also informed recently by our spies. Would you like me to tell you what I know?
She nods.
There was a time where your lover was talking a lot, and he was saying that he sees Vlad as a problem. And he said he is a political critique. I don't know, do you know these times? But he was a knight at that back then.
I knew him when he was a knight.
A report says that he was talking a lot, so much that he took a lot of ires of people, especially Ishu. He'd become a baron. Not long after, there were a lot of Ilunids, who was close to Fiona members, having meetings with other Ilunids in secret in North Manhattan. My spies confirms that these meetings are happening with educations. The order has three sides: assassins, diplomats, and knights. Enough to match the Red Branch. First, this was only in Manhattan and a couple other places. Then your other friend, the Count Amari, started to help Markham, along with Countess Aurelia. They branched out and they created an order that each three of them is controlling one of the head. But for some reason, the it's working very well. When the war happened, before we could have arrived to aid you, the High Ilunid arrived to us. While it was a Gavidian who was ruling the charge, a Gavidian was known with his disagreements about the Inquisition. We have received invitation to alliance at House Ilunid. A proper alliance between certain things, certain people. And your relationship is shown as an example between how Fiona and Ilunid works. Now I'm asking you again, what do you think we should do? I know our hearts especially on Fiona, is very dangerous. I mean, tend to fall with the wrong person. And she looks the eyes of Lady when she says that.
I've had my share of that. I think we all have, right?
I'm sure we all.
But I trust Markham with my life. I believe he has my best. He wants the best for me. He may not always do it the way I would want him to, but I think his intentions are good.
I will give you a month to reconsider this before we say yes. Do you think the month is acceptable?
Let me add something to this. She'll nod, actually, to that. And then she'll say, let me add something to what I just said, though. I can only judge one Elunid based on that. I could tell you some things also about Amari.
Please.
Since that is another Elunid. But the point being is we're not talking about just an alliance with Elunid. With just one Elunid. It's with an entire house, right?
Now, let me tell you something regarding the house problems. Who do you think is higher rank? Queen Mab or myself?
Depends on the situation.
Yes. Our alliance with Ilunids also depends on the place. In Kingdom of Apples, it will be quite powerful. I can't say the same for where the males rules. He has been silent for a long time.
Well, we both know House Ilunid's reputation. They're secretive, and they can be pretty manipulative.
Yes.
There are two ways of looking at it. One is, how can we ever trust them? Because of what they are. The other way is, it's better to have them on our side.
I am not happy with the way House Gwydion has stole our members, put them in prisons and questioned them.
And Timothy is proof.
Yes. She puts a hand on Lainey's hand and says,
yeah, Lainey's pretty. She's, like in that situation where there could be tears coming, but she's controlling them. But you can just sort of tell that her eyes are starting to get a little red.
Yeah. I didn't know your mother, but I heard many things about her. I see Fiona as a flock. A flock of birds that has very nice wings. That can fly a lot of places because they love their freedom. But they always tend to fall or land in wrong places. Or the places they land starts to have problems. This is our curse. I've been dealing with it for a long time. We are the house of love. No other cows can say this. Do you think it will conquer all this time?
I mean, I'm Seelie. I think it kind of comes naturally to that, doesn't it?
And you're a satyr.
Just makes it worse.
It does. So no alliance with Ilunit then?
I think maybe we need more information.
On what?
What exactly does this alliance entail?
Standing
What-
against the tyranny of Gavidian.
Like trying to get rid of these inquisitors?
I don't think we will get rid of these inquisitors quite soon. But it's basically standing against the tyranny of Gavidian.
Have methods been discussed? Because that could be important.
It's not a war. It's more political standing together, supporting the right individuals at the right time.
On an instinctive level. And I'm sure you know that I operate on that pretty well from things you've heard of me. I mean, I don't always go on that, obviously, but instinctively I think it might be for the best. I mean, even if it's just for a time, sometimes the enemy of our enemy is our friend. And to have them on our side versus against us might be profitable.
What does your heart say?
That's a trick question, isn't it? If I say it, you could either go, oh, well, then that makes sense because follow your heart is what we do. Or you could say, well, that's what we do and it's usually wrong.
I'm just wondering, what does your heart say?
My instinct says yes. My heart says yes.
What does the county is going to be?
At the moment, it's a whole lot of Unseelie.
You'll be surprised how many Seelie are there from reports.
I'm looking to create a place where both are welcome as long as they follow the rules.
Roll me wits.
Straight wits?
Yes.
Okay.
Diff 8.
No.
What was your merits?
With all of them?
Yes.
Passion and noble heritage. Passion is the one that made it easier for her, like, writing roles.
You may want to ask for those spy reports that she has for Brooklyn, to rule Brooklyn easily.
My lady?
Yes, hon.
Is there any chance that you would willingly let me see the reports you have? I won't question where you got them.
Yes, you can see them. You're a countess. Lainey,
I have a lot of work to do there.
when I heard that you were brought up by the Queen Mab, I was not happy.
Why?
Because you just remind me about all those good Fiona.
Those good feelings.
Good Fiona.
Why would that make you upset?
What are we the house of?
Passion? Love?
What are your passions? Is it the ruling?
No.
And why rule?
It's my duty. I was born to it.
I don't want you to burn down.
You mean the county or myself?
Yourself. County is more important, sadly, but well, I don't want both of them to burn down.
I mean, to be fair, I would like not to see either one burned down either. The simple fact is, there are a lot of people that need help. That place was ridiculously divided into like 1,000 little baronies, and he had 1,000 little barons. It's a terribly ripped apart place. And I'd like to think that I could heal it. Bring it back to what it once was. Did you know Vlad?
I have heard the reports. I have talked with High Lady of Verich recently. I heard that he was one of a kind.
He was. I knew him. Before he did all of the things he did. And I fought against him. You know that, though.
Yes.
That's not really the point. I don't understand everything that happened there. I feel there must be something more to it. Because while he was extremely passionate on Unseelie and their rights and protecting them, and it was definitely an overreaction, I can also understand where he was coming from because the Unseelie have been treated badly.
Yes, it's to the safety of everyone.
To a point. I think it's really about behavior. I think it doesn't matter if you're Seelie or Unseelie. It's about whether you can follow the laws. Whether you can live a productive life regardless of what court you are.
She kind of gives Lainey a look. Says that you can stop now.
She'll pause in that and change subject slightly away from it. And she'll just say, I'm going to try to see if there was something more going on there as to what caused all of that. No. And I'm going to try to heal this county.
She actually says, like, no. We have other missions to do. The topic and her behavior has changed a bit, especially after a Unseelie thing.
Lady just stops, doesn't say anything.
Whatever we talk will remain here. You understand?
Yes, my lady.
Lady, you can think whatever you want. And I don't care. But if I hear that you have been saying that the Seelie and Unseelie is cool and in public near other house members, you're not going to like the actions which will be against you because those Inquisitors are around for a reason. Secondly, Lainey, you will find who killed the old Duke. You will find out that who killed Count Timothy if someone killed Timothy. And you can add Dice, High Lord Dice to that as well. Fourthly, Lainey, you will make that county a county that's shown with fingers.
Oh, see, I'm confused. Fingers?
Basically, you will make that county into an example of how nobility rules. And our system is a true way. And the Seelie nobility has been doing a good job. My stance as a she that has returned from Arcadia, that commoners can also be in leader positions. They're not born to leadership, but they are born. Some individuals can be rise as leadership is not a right, it's a virtue.
Okay, so Lainey's reaction to all of that, because I didn't really get a chance to say much in there.
Yeah.
She when she says about finding who killed the Duke, she nods emphatically, like in complete agreement. Because, as you well know, she very much respected that man. And she also agrees on the Timothy and Dyson, the High Lord Dyson thing, because when people die and are killed, obviously we should find out who did it. That's just wrong.
Yeah.
So she's just yes. And the rest of it, she just she just listens and she will say, the only thing I would like to add here is that the only reason I've said what I said to you is because you are who you are, and I trusted that we were in a safe place. I don't make my opinions known.
I don't agree that the Unseelie are not different than Seelie. Sadly, Unseelie is more prone to violence and thievery.
That is true. I won't deny that.
Now, I don't know what's going to happen in Brooklyn, okay? I don't need reports from you, but I need your success, one way or another. I am not going to hear Fiona to be shown with fingers by Gavidian and said, we would have been much better. I know you're going to work with that red cap, which probably going to be a problem. I don't know about Ilunid, but I'm sure you will find a way to make this work. You have my full trust, and you have actually more, which is if you need House Fiona to give you something, to lend you something, you will receive that aid. Do you understand?
Yes, my lady.
I am standing behind you in this situation, as I will stand in front of many others who will make me happy.
Regarding the Red Cap, as I'm sure you know, I have some experience with them. I hope to be able to work this out.
Yes. Now, you have other things to do. So do I.
I do. I have many meetings and people to meet and organization to sort out.
Would you want to remain here for half an hour and then leave?
Do you need me here for half an hour, my lady?
I don't know. We can, drink more wine.
She just kind of looks a little uncertain and confused. And then she
roll me perception empathy.
Oh, Jesus, I need to look that up. Sorry. Because I can't remember how much she... Did I finally increase her empathy? Okay. Does detail-oriented count?
Yes. She's a Fiona. You know what she insinuates.
Just about... If she wasn't with Malgrim, she would have said yes.
She's at 7.
I know, she would have said yes if it wasn't for Malgrim. Mm-hmm. But she has made promises. Either way, I mean, I was gonna say with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what 5, 6 successes. I think that's hilarious.
Mhm.
That was a double entendre. She will just say, I have a lot to do today, my lady, and I should probably get back to try to find out what my seneschal has figured out.
Yes. Do you mind my Well, let's see. What was a nephew's like woman thing?
The what is it?
Like nephew is for males, and there was
Niece.
something else. Niece.
Niece.
So I have a problem, and I want you to solve it before you continue. Actually,
She blinks. Okay.
I forget about it. My apologies.
It's
I
okay.
have a niece. She's a sailor like yourself.
It happens in all the best families, my lady. She sort of smiles because her family had the same situation.
My niece,
Family that has a satyr.
my niece lost her mother to a Dantean.
Double take.
She is when she the vengeance has been taken by your hands. She read your books. This satyr idealizes you.
How old is she?
She is 21. I want you to take her to your service.
Has she joined a house?
She is of House Fiona. She will protect you with her life, and I hope you will educate her. Raise her to rise in station.
What rank is she now?
Knight.
I'm sure my knight commander can teach her many things as well.
Her knight commander is a Gavidian. I don't want her to be a Gavidian. I want her to be a Fiona.
Shh. He understands that. It would just be the fighting techniques. He is a troll also.
Are you going to take my niece to your she like fastens the conversation?
I would be honored, my lady.
Oh. Let's deal with the oats then.
With the what?
Oats.
She blinks and nods.
Leilana. There is a satyr blonde in sheep plate armor, and like that sheep plate armor is like crazy.
Is there a bunch of red in it, I'm guessing?
Yes. She is parents 4, like Lainey. And like then she looks at Lainey, her eyes gets like very big. Her sword has head of a lion. And you see the hard lady says, Lilana, this is Countess Lainey McArty. Ardry. And she has accepted you to her retinue. You see she smiles and she says, it's an honor, Your Excellency. I have been reading your books and listening to your legend for a long time.
I'm hardly a legend, but you are welcome to join me.
Every penny of your legend.
Keep feeding my my ego. I'm sure I can use it sometimes.
You're more beautiful than you look in the photo. The book cover.
Well, you're pretty too.
Thank you. She smiles and gets blushed. Should I put my sword down and do the oath? And do you like look at the high lady when she says that?
I mean, she's probably looking back and forth between the two.
Yeah, high lady like face palms like slowly, and then yes, it's time now.
Lady will stand
She
because that's
does the
the appropriate way to do this.
yeah, she does the oath of fealty.
Lady will do the oath of the Ashitback.
Okay. And you see like there's tears in this girl's eyes, like her dream happened.
I think Lainey's she's 28 or so at this point, I think. And she's going, oh, this hero worship thing is going to be weird. But that's what her thoughts are. This is going to be weird, but there's definitely conversation to be had here for sure. There's a lot in common. So. Also, she's well aware that she just took a spy into her household. It is.
I don't know.
I mean, the simple fact is she knows who this girl's connected to. It's fine, though. And then she'll just kind of look down at her and offer her hand and say, would you like to stand back up?
She stands back up. I will wait near your knight. Your knight commander.
Yeah, yes. Introduce yourself to Sir Dimitri.
She goes slowly. And the high lady says, thank you for, like after she leaves, thank you for accepting her to your retinue.
Did she ask you to ask me?
Yes.
You're a good aunt.
I try my best.
I think it's highly unlikely that. Oh yeah, yeah. She'll just she'll cut off what she was about to say because that's fine, and it's not even a big deal. And yeah, she will stand up and like do a curtsy to her before they'll take like a back up like a step or two and then turn to leave. The very proper method of leaving. Because if you back up a step or two, then you're not taking your eyes off of them, etc.
Exactly.
And she'll turn to go out the door to find Dimitri.
Dimitri is there, and she's talking with the new knight. They both look at the Lainey. And Dimitri says, Your Excellency?
Yeah, she'll be like, Sir Dimitri, Dame Leilana.
Yes, what we should do. Leilana asks and then says, that immediately looks at Dimitri, and Dimitri like steps forward and says, is there anything you wish us to do, my lady?
No, it's time to go back. I believe we have a lot of work to do. And we can only get about a good half day's work in now, so let's make the most of it. Do you guys need anything to drink before we leave or anything like that?
You see Dimitri is like way more like normal than this girl. And Dimitri is like, no, I'm fine. And like he says it in a very nice way. And the girl is like, I'm fine.
Yeah, Lady's pretty sure that she's got a major case of fangirl going on. But she'll get used to, like, she's going to have to deal with that. And Lady's just going to kind of nod. Because she responded appropriately. And she'll just be like, then let's go.
You guys go outside at the Tarnar. And at the door, you guys see Esme. And she says, Your Excellency, are you going back?
We are. Are you heading back as well?
Yes, May I accompany you? It is my
Certainly.
duty to my lord to protect my lord, but the Sealy Code would dictate that I should also offer this to her other half, his other half.
Your offer is appreciated. As you can see, I do have protection as she gestures to the other two,
Mm-hmm.
but you are still welcome to come with us if you would like.
Thank you.
We're definitely going in the same direction.
Thank you. So, on the road,
Yeah, she's going to ask Leilana actually where she lives at, because if she's all the way out here, like if she's, she's kind of curious about like how close do you live to like where I hang out at kind of stuff.
like she says like she is staying at a hotel at Manhattan right now. She come from Washington, and now she is, like gonna move to Brooklyn. I'm gonna move to Brooklyn probably like tomorrow. Um,
Okay, I mean, if you'd like, while you're looking for an appropriate apartment, you could. I have extra room. You could stay there.
I would love to, she says with a smile.
Definitely. Um, just I assume you wouldn't want to do that forever, but you know.
Of course not.
Good. What do you do? Are you a student?
No, I am getting. I left college. Fencer,
What is it?
fencer.
A fencer. Like you teach it, or you do demonstrations? Like
Demonstrations and teaching at the same time.
nice. I would like to see you and Dimitri spar at some point. I think that would be very interesting.
Dimitri is walking on the front. You walk from the back, and Esme is walking more back.
Yeah, she lets them do what they think what they need to do, even though Lainey is well able to certainly protect herself as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the point. This is their job. She's not going to take their job from them.
The You continue with talking with this girl and says, "So when the next book is going to come up, if you don't mind me asking, Your Excellency."
Well, there's actually one in at the in editing process right now. It's currently being read. It should be out within, I would say, about 2 months. My newest
Ooh.
one is actually in process, but as you
What
can see at
happens
the
to
moment,
Emil? What happens to Emil? Is he gonna like meet up with his loved one?
unfortunately, I don't tend to give out that kind of information ahead of time. Tends to make it onto Facebook a little too fast.
But if I make a note to not share on Facebook,
We probably shouldn't use oaths for things like that. As she smiles.
you see like Esme stops.
I think a contract would work just fine for something like that, but I'd prefer not to give out the information right now.
I understand, Your Excellency.
Yes.
Did you use legerdemain?
We'll see. Let me look. I don't even think she has that, does she?
I don't know.
That's what I'm looking at. Lady will immediately stop, and she will just shake her head.
Knight, did you use legerdemain? No, I don't have a Commodore Art. No. She looks at Dimitri. Dimitri shakes his head. Well, hello, hello. You see 4 guys. Actually, no, 8. They all have doubles.
Y'all have doubles?
Yeah?
What do you mean?
They're like 2 from each photo. The crossbow is hauled towards Lainey. We didn't expect this much. Knights, well, there is one This guy, which I'm shaking, is a red cap. This guy is an issue. This guy is a troll. And you don't know what this bitch is.
But does she? So she doesn't have horns though, right?
She doesn't have horns, but her mask kind of like her head. She looks like something, but it looks weird.
Yeah, Lainey's hand like goes to her sword and she takes off the peace tie and has her hand on the hilt.
And he's like, the guy is like, "Oh, we don't want to do that. You may meet with a crossbow. If you talk too much." And like, Dmitri steps in front of Lainey immediately, along with this and Esme. What does Lainey says?
What do you want?
We want freedom. Can you give it to us?
I don't even know who you are.
And you see, like, Esme, pardon, Leilana says, "Speaking to my lady is an act like this is an act of treason."
Enough.
She
Leilana
gets shot with a crossbow on her chest.
Yeah.
She falls down. You see, she pulls the sword half, okay, and then just speaking this way to my lady is an act of.
Yeah, like the lady was right behind her. She's gonna pretty much catch her.
She falls down, and then you see like Esme and Esme, like there's a big shield appears in Esme's hands. Like you see Dmitri jumps on that crossbow guy as he says, like, "I always hated crossbows. It takes too much to load."
Yeah, Lainey is. This might be an Anish moment.
I'm gonna explain. Are you gonna pull your sword?
She's going to Okay, the first thing she's going to do is look over Leilana because again, she just took an oath to protect her. So, look over Leilana and see is she like is she dead first of all?
Roll me perception medicine.
I think I actually do have it, which is fun. I'm looking. There it is. Okay. My specialty is detail oriented. I'm about to roll.
Please.
Well, which gives me 1.
Yeah, actually it does. She may be going to die. Like, she got shot in the heart. She has like 2 seconds, and she
she's going to heal blood. Her then. She's going to heal her then.
It's too late. Like she pukes blood, and then when she touches, like tries to touch Lainey's face, pukes more blood, and you see like she casts primal on Lainey. With her like last dying breath.
Okay, I don't know which primal. Oakenshield?
Yeah.
Is that still under primal?
Yeah, it's under primal.
Okay.
What happens is Dmitri takes out the crossbow guy, okay? Immediately, like he just shoves his axe.
As soon as she realizes that she can't save this girl, she's gonna set her down and she's gonna get up there and attempt to kick some ass too.
So basically, what happens? Like these guys are fighting with Esme and Dmitri, and you see like Esme screams, "Halt in the name of Lord Margrim!"
Yeah, she's gonna join them.
Okay. What happens is, what are you doing? By the way, like, are you pulling your sword?
Yeah.
And spending a gnosis? Pardon, Glamour?
No. Yes, Lainey's going to spend Gnosis today, guys.
How are you gonna spend Glamour?
She knows that I don't know. Yeah, did he explain the things that this sword does?
Yes.
Okay, well then yeah. Because at this
When
point
you-
she just wants them dead. She doesn't care.
You pull the sword, and like, so like you see like Esme is getting stabbed from the back, and she like grunts and she's like, "Ugh!" And there was an illusion in front of her, and that illusion disappears. Same with the other guy. Like these guys are the two one remaining, but like there is this chick that's looking at Lainey, which is just a second.
I know which one you mean. It was the one with her half her face covered.
Yes, she is looking at Lainey, and
Let me look
she
at her.
has this katana, like very nicely built, and it is going to be a duel between her and like she comes near Lainey to kick Lainey's ass. It's going to be a duel between you and her. I need you to roll initiative.
I will. Give me 1 second. I was just looking over my. I would have to. It would take me forever to dig through the book to look at all the things that I can do with this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You had
Okay.
17.
Huh?
Just 17 as initiative.
I didn't roll anything yet.
She has 17 as initiative.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't roll yet. Okay, so see, I think it's what, 5 and 3? I'm willing to bet I'll be less. Yeah, I knew I'd be less.
Okay. You activated your sword, okay? Your sword is. Can you tell me about your stance and how you hold the sword?
I mean, right now she is mad. She is upset at this situation. Like, this girl was barely even grown, and like, so I mean, she's not feeling particularly defensive of herself. She's holding. She looks like she's ready to murder somebody. That's about the best way I can describe it.
Okay. So, like, she's using a rapier, and I know, I know that she uses a rapier.
Yes.
And when you use rapier, like, you try to make yourself a very small target by turning sideways and, like, fighting like that.
Right.
And, like, she takes her pose as, like, a duelist of Fiona. And this woman, like, tries to attack her with her katana. Now,
that's a slashing weapon too.
Yes, it's a slashy and stabby weapon. But Lainey has 2 actions because of her sword. What she is gonna do with this woman coming after her for some Lainey ass?
I need to look at. Give me a second, because I need to open the book.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't expecting this, and I wasn't quite, I guess, prepared. So, because I wanted to look at Wayfair.
OOC.
Go on.
You have already like 2 actions a turn.
I understand. I just want to look.
But like that's like 2 sword action.
Okay.
If you do a magic, it's just like 1 action.
Thank you. Good to know. Hopscotch potentially is fun though. Throw her back against a wall. And I'm going to save that as a possibility for next turn. Yeah, she's going to attack with the sword. Is she wearing basically the armor I see there?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't look like it's overly fancy.
Those guys probably were commoners and not nobles.
Well, I don't see the super pointy ears of the she, right?
You don't see any ears.
Okay. So it's probably not a she, therefore probably not some weird version of she plate. In theory. No. In theory.
It's a leather armor. But see, it's her turn. She's attacking.
Well, that's fine. Do your thing. I mean, I'm not telling you what not to do. Take your turn. You asked me what I was going to do.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, are you going to defend yourself? Like, are you going to parry her attack or not?
She probably parry and then attack would be my thought.
Okay.
So she'd still get an attack in.
She has 3 successes. Her sword is difficulty 5 to use, +2 difficulty because of your duelist weapon. That makes you +2 harder to hit. Diff to hit. The Dragon's Ire blessing on that weapon makes you harder to hit. So are you going to defend?
Yeah. You said 2 successes?
She's 3. You need to roll your dex melee to defend yourself from her attacks. Your difficulty is 5.
I never did figure out a specialty in dex here. Apparently I missed that detail.
What is your specialty?
That's what I'm saying. There's no specialty listed.
What do you want to add as a specialty?
I don't know. It would be something to do with... based on the fighting thing, it probably would be something fighting related.
Lightning reflexes.
Yeah, probably that'll work.
That doesn't work in this scenario, though.
That's fine, but that...
We can add it later. It's fine. Just roll.
Okay, I'm just typing it on there real quick. That's fine. So that's 4, so 7 dice. I'm pretty sure I got that one.
1, 2, 3. Yes, you did. She tries to slash you, and you're like, ting. No. And she says, "You're ruined." Very feminine as she is, a female.
Good reason for her to be feminine.
Yeah, and she says "For Lord Vlad."
Now I'm beginning to understand what the hell's happening here. These are some of the unseelie that she's going to have to deal with. All right. So can I go ahead and roll my attack then?
Yeah. You have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
She is gonna parry.
She has 2 actions as well?
Yeah, guess what?
Okay then.
She parries. You try to attack her, and then you probably Lainey expects some ways with her fetish, and she's like it was very fast, and it's the top of the initiative. She will attack Lainey.
All right.
She has 1, 2, 3 successes. And Lainey has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. It's Lainey's turn now.
Yeah.
She tries to come after you with that towards your shoulder, where it's probably was gonna hurt a lot because you don't have any armor.
No, I don't.
And you hit the sword towards the side with your very good timed parry, and it's your turn to attack.
But actually, you said that she used Oakenshield on me.
Yeah.
So there was that as well. But so far, she hasn't hit. So, but yeah, either way, there's my next roll. 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 4. So 3 plus 2 plus 5 plus your strength as a damage.
So she's not gonna parry
She can't.
this
It was
time?
just 1 turn. She activated a Wayfair, and it was only 1 turn.
Oh, okay then. All right, so see, I know it's strength plus what? for this weapon?
5.
Okay. Strength plus 5 plus 4.
No. It's not okay. First and for all, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Mm-hmm.
This means 3 successes.
Right.
This weapon does 2 damage plus 2 damage. It's a short. It's counted
Okay.
as like a light sword. So
Gotcha.
it's like difficulty 5, but it's plus 2. Normally swords are plus 3. Now,
There's 1.
so you do
1.
okay. She will try to soak with her armor.
Yeah, probably gonna get it too, because that's kind of
She does soak it.
pretty obvious.
You try like poke her in her shoulder, but there's an armor there, and she laughs.
Is there any part that seems uncovered?
Her legs.
Okay.
It's gonna be her turn to attack you with 7 dice, and she is attacking with 1 success.
I got
1, 2, yeah. You are like ting, 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 ting. You're like, nope.
All right. I'm going to attempt to attack her legs then.
Okay, difficulty is going to be 6. 2 successes.
No, I just rolled.
Okay, it is 3 successes.
Yes.
2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus your
My
5
strength.
plus your strength, yes.
Yeah.
Don't let me that.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. You cut her. Actually, wait. She can roll her stamina. Because in the dreaming.
It's lethal. That's fair. If we're in the dreaming, then yeah.
Her stamina is 3. She
so
soaks
she has
1.
wait. So she has more soak dice now than she did before?
Yeah, because I only used her armor last time.
Okay.
I didn't use her stamina last time.
So in theory, it should have been 5 last time.
Yes, but I'm not gonna. You cut her leg, but you also feel like there's a yellow thing protecting her.
A yellow thing.
Primal 3. She was already like your character's pretty clever as a character. This woman is not, like she is a pretty good assassin.
No, it's fine. I mean, I understand. So basically, I made some damage, but it didn't actually hit her yet.
Yes.
Got it. That's fine. So I think we're back to her again.
Yeah, she is gonna try to stab, and she is 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, she has 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3. You have.
I don't know how many. Is it diff 6 for her?
It's diff 7 for her.
Okay, so then she has 2.
She has 3. 10s explodes.
Fair enough. Okay, and I have a total of
2.
1.
No,
unless
your difficulty is 5, hon.
Okay, so then 2 then. So she gets to hit me with 2 successes, I think.
Yeah. So.
Wait a minute. No.
1. She gets to hit you with 1.
Okay.
2 plus 3. She does no damage.
Nope.
Your turn.
That's a big note.
She pokes you in the your cloth. Your cloth is cut.
Going for the legs again.
Okay.
And I got 3.
Okay.
Which is so strength plus 2, right, for my sword.
Yes, but because if you go for legs, you also get plus 1.
So then 3, and then plus these 2. So strength plus 6.
5 plus 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 5 plus your strength.
Huh?
5 plus your strength. You have 3 successes.
Okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
It goes 2. It's plus 1 for leg. 3. 2 from your sword. 5.
Good. That roll, man.
Yeah,
Every time I get anything, there's like 1,000 ones in my damage.
Okay, it's her turn.
Yep.
She has 1, 2, 3, 4. She does a very strong attack.
And I take
You
away
do
2.
2. So 1 plus 2 plus 3, 6. 1, 2, 3.
All right. And since we're in the dreaming, I apparently get to roll with my stamina.
Yep.
I think I have endurance as my specialty. That's up to you if that'll work here.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't matter. I just took 3.
There was like a
Primal,
like
whatever
she
it
hits
was.
you, and like a yellow explosions on you. It happens as you realize that you're like she hits you and the primal is gone now. Like it was a 3 success primal.
Okay.
Like like when the primal is
get it.
done, there's a yellow protection around you when it's first cast, and
No,
when
I
it's
understand what just
done,
happened.
it explodes. So it's your turn now because you
I-
you have 2 thing every turn.
Yeah.
And she's like keep saying,
5.
and like while you're like attacking her, she says, "You brought your kind to our lands. They're gonna kill us all for what we are." 5.
Why would I? Yeah, she's just gonna be like, why would I do that? It's literally
Because you're not different than them.
And she just looks so confused by this. Like, anybody who knows anything about her would know that she doesn't judge people for being unseelie.
The 5 successes, 4 plus.
Yeah.
Are you attacking her legs?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, which means 3 plus 2, 6. 6 plus your strength.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wow.
Yep, she's soaked.
You get blood from her legs.
And yeah, she's just gonna be like, stand down and we can just talk.
I don't talk with shitty nobles like you as she tries to attack you.
Can't say lady didn't try.
Yeah. She has 1 success. You parry her.
Why do I waste my rolls on the parries? I just need like 2 successes most of the time, and I get like 6. All right.
To survive?
I mean, it's good, but I would actually. This fight's never going to end if I can't get any points on her. Good. Okay.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, only 3 because I'm at diff 6.
Yeah.
His legs again.
2, 3, 5 plus yours. 8 dice.
There's 2. It shouldn't be 5, should it? Since I'm aiming at the legs.
Yeah, you're right, but it's fine.
Okay.
What happens is, you cut her leg again, and like she falls on a knee, and she looks at Lainey and says, "I will be your nightmare, Countess." Does Lady says anything when she says that?
No, she says nothing.
And she's on her knees. What is Lainey is doing?
It depends. Does she still look like she's going to attack from her knees?
No.
Then she is going to disarm her.
You try to disarm her, and you see like she pulls her blade back, and she like disappears. Roll me intelligence, Greymare.
It was probably Flicker Flash.
It is Flicker Flash.
Yeah, I mean, do I need to?
Yeah, no, you know that.
Roll for that? Okay. Because, yeah, like, there's only so many ways changelings can zip out of there like that. And what she will do is look at the other two who are in theory still fighting, possibly, and just be like, "Watch out for Flicker Flash."
The Dimitri is fighting with the last guy, and the guy with the shield is trying to attack him. As you see, like Dimitri's axe comes to his shoulder, very brutal, and he comes with that. He nearly cuts his arm off, and then he hits with him, and he falls on the ground. You see Esme, in the other hand, she got stabbed and she is on the ground.
Yeah, then go over and yeah.
She kind of looks at Lainey when she comes near her, and she says like roll me a perception medicine.
Man, Lainey's gonna be so guilty after all this shit. That's 2.
Yeah, she is also a goner. Like very few seconds before she opens her eyes, you see her troll form is slowly fading. And
yeah,
she says,
she's gonna go over there just so at least there's someone with her when she dies.
She says tell Lord Mogram, I kept my word.
Lainey just nods and will, prop her head up in her lap. And hold her until she's gone, since apparently I can't save her. Because I could try,
No, you can try, but she was far gone.
I mean, if you're telling me that I'm obviously there's not really a point in doing it. I'm guessing this is story driven.
Yeah, it's story driven.
But yeah, she will make sure to be right there as she goes.
You see, what happens is Inquisitors arrive. They're like, what is going on here? As they look at these dead bodies and the knights. Your Excellency, are you all right?
I'm fine. But clearly some of us aren't. I'm going to need to speak with the High Lady again. This was some sort of an assassination attempt.
Wait, they look at them and you see they look back at someone that is slowly arriving. I'm trying to find this photo. I apologize. This is the guy who arrives. He doesn't wear a mask, and he says, Your Excellency, I am Sir Willem, Knight Commander of the Tarnar, head of the Inquisitorial Red Branch Knights.
Does Dimitri, just as a question, because she would be glancing over Dimitri, does he?
Dimitri is fine. He is standing near you.
Is he bleeding at all?
No.
Okay.
There is a dragon flying over where you stand right now. As he extends a hand.
Sorry, go ahead. I had technical issues. Please.
There's an Inquisitor, this guy is the leader of the Inquisitors. And he says, Your Excellency, I'm really sorry. Is everything all right? I understand it's not, but let's please go back. I'm gonna
She's.
have my men search these mountains.
Do we have any of the dead here? Like any of did? So I assume at least one or two of them. We still have some of their bodies.
Yes.
She's going to look at Dimitri, and she's going to be like, she's going to be like, Dimitri, stay here and look over the bodies. Make sure that see if there's any evidence. Get it for me. He's right. If I'm in danger, I have to go back.
It will be done, milady.
Come back to me as soon as possible.
He nods, and this guy extends a hand to Lainey. Your Excellency, let's go back.
She's going to very gently lay Esme's head on the ground, because I'm sure she's passed by now.
Yeah, she is gone.
And she will start to stand up, and she will point to Leilana, and she will be like, please bring this one back. In particular, her aunt is the High Lady of House Fiona. Esme should be take. I will tell her, but please bring her back. And as well as, I don't care what you do with these bodies once Dimitri's had the chance to look over them.
He nods.
But this one, as she points to Esme, is a knight of Lord Mogram.
It will be sent to her at once. Hopefully in death she will be joined and reborn.
She'll stand at that point, and there's probably blood, like, because she was right by both two dead people recently.
Yeah, there's a dragon, kind of, like dragon lands, and actually like gives her gives its wings towards Lainey.
Yeah, I mean, she's gonna wipe her sword on the ground, like in the grass or something, and then put it in its scabbard, and then like basically the dragon is offering her a quick way back.
Yes. This is like unheard of. This is extremely close to Tarinar.
Yeah, that's why she agreed. Normally she would be like, "No, I'm staying here. We need to get evidence." But she has to think, I'm a countess now. I have to do this the right way, because if I die, then there's a problem with Brooklyn again. She has to think bigger, and so she will go over and touch this dragon.
When you touch it, you feel a connection between you and the dragon's head. But it flies you off towards the balconies of House Fiona.
And she'll just sort of lean down as close to his ear as she can and just kind of whisper, "Thank you."
You hear a very soft voice of a female says, "No problem."
This is cool because she's never flown before. She's a goat.
Yeah. You land on the Fiona balconies. The knights are there. Like, there are more knights now. And they're looking at you. They open the doors and you see the High Lady is inside.
Yeah, as the dragon like lets her down, and she would actually stop and drop into a bit of a respectful curtsy to this dragon. Because you should always be respectful of something like this.
Okay.
So she'll do that, and then she will, of course, turn to walk inside. Just kind of shell-shocked at this point.
She looks at the Lainey and like gets up and extends a hand.
She's covered in blood.
Yeah. And she says, "Countess, I'm sorry I didn't give you enough protection. I hope everything is all right. I have been informed you will be moved to your place soon. After the walls are after the things are made sure there are no more attackers. This is a first in history of Tarnar. This was so close.
Don't worry about me. I'm so sorry about your niece.
She kind of like cocks her head to the side. I hope she did well in battle.
She kept me from being hurt at all.
Where is she? Is she with your man Dimitri?
No. They hit her with a crossbow arrow. Crossbow, I forget what those are, bolt.
Bolt.
And with her last... I mean, there's literally nothing I could do, and I'm capable of healing, my lady. And with her last breath, she put Oakenshield on me.
You see, like, the lady tries to keep a very cold expression.
Lainey's
and, it's very hard for her.
Yeah, Lainey's gonna go over to her and just sort of test, like, if I mean, it's probably inappropriate, but Lainey's a genuinely nice person. She's going to see if any kind of, like, she'll try, like, take a hand, and if this is accepted, attempt to hug her. That type of thing. This is within the privacy of the Fiona quarters.
A very half hug will be given to Lainey.
Yeah.
Oh, she will be allowed, but then she will say, I need some time alone. I will leave and go to my chambers.
That's fine. I think I'm going to go find some clothing. I'm sure someone can find me something, and I'm going to clean up.
Yes.
And then I'm going to go sit on the balcony. You go do that. I'll go if you need to, my lady.
It's fine.
No, it's not.
She died in the accordance with the Sealy Code. We will remember her. You see, she leaves, and probably she, like, flips the table in the next room.
Lady doesn't say anything. She just goes to find, like, a servant or somebody who can get her some clothes, and who she can tell to, if Sir Dimitri comes, for him to come, for him to be let in immediately and told where she is.
He won't be allowed in Fiona quarters, so she may need to go to common quarters.
Well, then to ask for a message to immediately be brought to her if he asks for her, so that she can join him. She's staying in the Fiona quarters for now.
After some time, Dimitri arrives. You've been told that Dimitri is waiting at the quarters for you.
Yeah, she's been given some sort of clothing. She doesn't even care what it is.
Yeah.
And she will then speak to the same servant and ask her if she would be kind enough to send her an update on the High Lady, if there's anything that she could do for her to help her at some point. You know what I mean? Just kind of ask her if she would be nice enough to, let her know. Obviously not on a personal level because they aren't that close. But
she nods. But Dimitri stands there in his armor. This is the photo I talked with the certain person who used to play Dimitri, which I will open. Get the in his armor. He is like this.
Yeah.
He pulls his helmet and says, My lady, I'm so sorry. Your
That wasn't your
Excellency.
that wasn't your fault.
He nods.
I need to send a message to Markram, I just realized. Is there like paper in here? Paper and
Mm-hmm.
pen and envelopes, that sort of thing?
Yes.
She's going to she's going to like kind of like sort of touch his arm,
Mm-hmm.
Dimitri's arm for a second, and so just give me a moment.
He
And
gives her a moment.
yeah, and she'll go to like the desk, write a message to him, telling him, what happened. Well, just saying that she died protecting me, and I will give you more details as soon as I can find you.
Margaret, like when you get out
Well,
from the room,
I was gonna say she was actually going to, find a servant to send it.
like you try to look for a servant, and you see a black cloak in the entrance with red eyes.
Assuming it's him,
Yeah, it is him. And he
she's
like
gonna
looks around.
she's gonna bolt at him, just kind of run directly into him.
He didn't see you coming. Like he turned and you like, what do you do? Or you jump to hug him?
Not jumping, but just gonna run up to him and hug him. Yeah.
Like you hug him and then he immediately like he's like, hello, what happened? Are you all right? Is he like holding her, like hugging her and like one hand on her shoulder from behind as he's hugging her very tightly, kissing her cheek and like happy that she's alive.
Some of Vlad's people who apparently didn't believe that I was going to try to sort this out fairly attacked. My
She touches
newest
Lainey's, um, hairs, you know, um, caressing.
Dimitri's fine. I'm fine. But my newest knight is not fine. She's dead. And one of yours also died protecting me.
He gulps. I felt the loss of Esme.
Yeah, she held up the note. She holds up the note that she was about to send him. What was the message again? It was that she died keeping her word.
He died keeping her vision.
Vision.
Yes.
Okay, and she's just gonna kind of pull him, because I think he's a bit taller than her.
Yes.
So she's gonna kind of get up on her tiptoes to get in his ear, and she'll just be like, and whisper that in his ear.
He nods.
That was her last words. I did what I could.
Shh. Good one. It's okay. I'm here. Let's go home.
Need to wait till it's safe. I haven't heard from the guards yet.
Safe. I will protect you.
We need to wait for the guards. I want to hear if they found anything. We need to talk to Dimitri and see if he did as well.
Dimitri is at the back and he says, Your Excellency, I apologize. I know one of the bodies. I actually heard about him. Rusty Jack, a rat cap. I think your Baron would know more about him. With your permission, I would like to start an investigation. Go
Absolutely.
bar to bar, ask questions, put those affiliated into prison. His response is very harsh. Like going bar to bar, questioning people, throwing those to prison is... Margaret would approve. It's probably not Lainey's style.
She will still holding on to Malgrim's hand, though, but
Mhm.
turns to look at Dimitri, and she says, "My life is important, but I don't want the innocent to be thrown into prison.
No
If
innocent is
there's
thrown into prison. I guarantee that.
bring people back for questioning. Don't bring them back to put them in prison unless we have a legitimate case."
He nods. The guards kind of comes in. This guy. Your Excellency, my lord, Sir Dimitri, the rose is safe. But if you wish to guarantee your safety, we will give 10 knights to go with you wherever you go.
Did you find any evidence of these people, of anything that was left around by them?
Their swords. One of their names is Granny Jack. It was a rat cap. The other guy is sadly in an unfindable, unrecognizable condition.
Was it Brawny Jack or Rusty Jack? You've said
Yeah,
two.
it's Rusty Jack. Rusty Jack.
Okay. She's going to be like, there was another one.
The third.
The third. She used Wayfair to get away. And she will give a full description.
You kind of can't give a full description for unknown reason. You don't seem to remember her details that much. Like you try to give in that you stop. You don't remember her details that much.
She looks rather perplexed, actually. And she's like, somehow she's screwing with my memories. Maybe we can try soothsay. As she looks to Malgrim. Can I remember that it's just her appearance that's blurry?
Yes.
Okay, so I can remember that her sword.
Yes.
I can remember what her. So describe her sword then, if I can remember that.
It was a katana.
Just any katana?
Yeah.
But then say that she used a katana.
It's too hard for me to focus, but I will try my best, my love.
She seemed particularly angry. You know, more evidence might pop up as we look into this Rusty Jack.
You hear a voice coming from inside. I don't need my fucking knights to look after me. Your Excellency.
Yeah, she'll turn to look at him and kind of gesture for him to come closer.
He comes closer. Whoever did this, I will eat his liver myself.
Well, I'm told one of them is someone named Rusty Jack.
Rusty. Fucking idiot. It was one of those guys brought him and made him a knight. He had a crew, 2 guys, as he gives a description of other 2 who died. Was there anybody else, Your Excellency?
Those 2, yes. And there was a woman who used a katana, and that's all I can remember. They're doing something to mess with my memory.
That may be a Red Jean.
Red Jean?
Yes.
She seemed very angry.
The Red Jean is a Brooklyn legend. Nobody knows who she is. Or what she is. But trust me, I will fuck some bitches up to find these motherfuckers who try to kill you. That's a nice way to put these down. Your Excellency, I'm happy that you're alive. You see the Ilunid Baroness is there as well.
Yeah, she will totally, nod and welcome to her as well. I didn't expect all of you to be at Terranar.
We arrived, Your Excellency. Your life is important to us.
I'm fine.
The
Just not sure what to do with everything at this point, but investigation
I'm sure
must
you
be
will be
done,
sure
of
tomorrow.
course. I've
That's what the Baroness said.
What'd she say?
I'm sure you will be. I'm sure you will be sure tomorrow.
I will. Dimitri is going to look into this, and I expect you both to cooperate fully, of course.
My Rat Cap Knights is all yours. You're gonna find these people and fuck them up. Nobody gonna attack my countess under my barony. Yes,
She
Your
nods to
Excellency.
this.
Your Excellency, yes. I will cooperate with you as best
It's like
as
you're
to my abilities.
it's like you're bipolar, Robin John.
Thank you. He says like it's gonna be tough. We're gonna beat some rat cap, but it's gonna be okay. You don't need to worry about all that, excessive force bullshit. The rat caps are used to it.
Redcaps are used to it. And she
Yeah.
nods to him. Like she's just totally accepting this. Yes, they are. This is what they do. And she knows because of Rancor.
And the Baroness says, I will try to keep my eyes on everyone. This red gene is a threat to every one of us. I think that it should be stopped immediately, but the people should see what happens to those who tries to murder us nobles.
I would also say this. An assassination attempt is, I didn't expect it so soon, but it shouldn't have surprised me. However, while I'm the bigger target, the two of you are also targets. Be careful.
I ain't the fucking noble, but I know I got a big target on my back.
You are a noble now.
Nah, I'm a commoner. I'm a commoner noble.
Exactly. You and me both.
You're a Fiona. I'm a commoner noble.
That's true, but you know what? You're my commoner noble. So watch your back.
I will watch my back. I will watch your back as well. Nobody fucks with my countess.
Nobody fucks with my barons either. As she uses the word fuck in front of them for the first time ever, probably.
Yeah. He's like, except the guy you want to fuck with, which is probably here. Yeah. Hello, Mogram.
Yeah, yeah. She's still holding his hand. She's like literally not letting Mogram's hand go.
Mogram is like staying there. He doesn't say anything. You see like the Mogram and the Robin come eye to eye a couple times.
I'm gonna roll peony on that just because I think she would, not because she's suspicious, but just because she's curious. That's got like 8 dice.
Distrust is among between them. There is hidden battles between these two islands.
Okay.
Mogram says, my love, maybe we should go home, as the roads are safe now.
We should, but I'd like to make sure that we all get home.
Yes. He doesn't say anything. He stops and, Your Excellency, maybe tomorrow we can meet at my bar and talk about the barony problems.
Tomorrow is a good day for that. And you, my lady, if we can perhaps meet in the afternoon?
No problem at all.
I look forward to it.
It's going to be okay. You still owe me a a promise for shopping.
Yes. I will say that that is likely to be put off a bit. But due to everything happening, I'd like to make sure that we can all be at least relatively safe before we do a shopping trip.
A woman comes near her, a messenger, Lainey. The message is given by Philippa.
She'll smile at her.
Basically, it says that the guards are sanctioned to stay outside for the night. There is going to be, they're gonna watch the areas, the bars that is known, because in Brooklyn, people like the unseelie usually meets at bars,
Mm-hmm.
in pubs. So like
Yeah.
the guards are gonna watch things tonight, and her ears will be there to find information for her lady.
She will read the message, and she would nod, but that doesn't work for a blind woman. So she'll
The
just say,
blind woman send a message to you. She's not there.
"Oh, okay, that's fine." Then she'll just thank the messenger.
Mhm.
And actually, she'll grab a piece of paper and just write. Well, what is the okay? You tell me. What is the appropriate way to acknowledge that I got the message?
Basically tell the messenger that you noted and thank her in your name, and
Yeah.
say that the first thing in the morning that you need to talk to her, because the first thing in the morning you need to talk to your retinue immediately. Like even before you meet with the Baron, you should talk with your retinue.
Well, clearly, because there's gotta get this shit straight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, like do that and tell her. Ask her. That and to ask her to let them know that it is going to be an especially early morning tomorrow, and that I need she needs all of her people, and she'll give a time that's probably far earlier than anybody wants to be awake.
Yeah. Magram will still holding her hand, and he will say, "Let's go, my love. Let's go home and rest."
Yes. And she will look to Dimitri, who
Dimitri
came with
is
her.
there.
Come on, let's go. I will see the two of you tomorrow.
See you later, Your Excellency. See you later, Your Excellency.
Be safe. And she turns and walks away with those two.
I'm always fucking safe. Yes,
She's
you are. Shut up. Red cat.
Just friggin' hilarious. Lainey just kind of walks away, shaking her head a little bit.
There will be 20 knights near Lainey. Magram and Dimitri. 20 knights, which will be dropping to Lainey's home. Magram will arrive at Lainey's house. He is mad. Like Magram, he used to talk a lot when he was mad. But now there's a third degree of madness or being mad at Magram, which is like he is silent.
Well, first thing she's going to do is once Dimitri gets her there, and I assume everything's been checked around to make sure that it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to tell him to have his second in command take the night shift tonight because she needs him to be bright and awake in the morning. And for him to, because his life was in danger too. So she's, just going to be like, you need to take this evening and rest, be with your family, whatever.
Basically what happens is you see there is a woman a knight of House Dougal. She comes. And this is her. I'm going to show you right now. Just a second. I prepared all these photos for no reason.
Apparently. There've only been like 1,000 in this.
Thank you. God damn it, I keep... This is the woman.
So that's the second in command? The guard, the I don't know.
A Dougal Pisky.
That is interesting. Yeah.
Actually, no. Sorry. It's not a Pisky.
Yeah, Piskies are...
Yeah, it's weird. A Dougal issue.
Okay. Yeah, when she shows up, yeah, she'll just be like, we're going to have to keep up guards tonight after the attempt.
Understandable, your ladyship.
She smiles at the wrong term, but doesn't correct her.
Yeah, it's my mistake, obviously. She says, it's completely understandable, Your Excellency. And it's going to be this lady. House Liam Knight, because whatever. It's better.
We're going to have to investigate things, and hopefully this isn't permanent, but at least for tonight. we're going to have to.
It's completely okay. There are 5 guards outside. And there are 2 knights from Manhattan.
Don't hesitate to wake me if you need me for anything.
Understandable. Margrim is like, Lainey, let's go inside.
Yeah, she'll nod to these guards that were there, and she'll just say thank you, and then turn to walk in.
Margrim makes a coffee for her, and he gives the coffee into her hand, and he sits in front of her. Are you all right?
No.
I will kill them all.
We will deal with them fairly.
Lainey, if you want, you can find them in a week, and no one needs to know what happened to them.
Just because we had to keep that kind of a secret during the Inquisition doesn't mean that we have to now.
I don't want to lose you. Let me handle this.
No. This is my county. My county. And I will use this as an example of how I'm going to treat when we give people fair trials. They will have fair trials, and if they've done something wrong, then they will be punished. But I want them brought in and questioned, evidence brought in, and then we will determine the punishment. I will probably have to determine the punishments.
If you say so, lady. He holds her hand.
Why didn't you tell me that the other counts and countesses, some of them were being called in as well?
Because the other countesses aren't being called in.
Because what?
Because the other countesses aren't being called in.
They're not?
No.
Then why would Dimitri tell me that?
Because I feed Dmitri misinformation.
Why?
Because House Gwydion watches him. What's wrong? What happened?
I'm just starting not to know who to trust.
Pardon?
I never imagined that you would tell lies to Dimitri.
I didn't tell a lie to Dmitri.
But you did.
It's for his own safety. Even if it's a lie.
I'm not questioning your methods.
You do understand it puts me in a really weird situation to have an auto friendship with him, right? And him? That our houses are fighting with each other over political standouts?
You aren't the only one it puts in a weird position.
Yes, and I try to save him as best as I can. Because the only person that I care about in this world, that more than anything, has an oath to Dmitri.
Well, we both do.
It is hard to keep these oaths.
And yet I will protect him to my full ability.
And so do I.
I know.
Sometimes my protection comes with a lie. Protect him from what he can know.
I accept what you're saying, but I'm also going to tell you this. Only an Ilunid would try to handle the problem that way.
Which house I was? I'm sorry.
I was thinking that you were a Dougal.
Yeah, not into craft that much. Lainey.
Yes.
I would lose everything if you died.
There was no knowing that was coming on.
He kind of comes near her and sits near her.
Yeah, she sort of leans on his shoulder.
Listen. I want you to be safe. I don't know how I can make you safe.
I don't think you can protect me.
From this now on, I'm gonna keep casting. From now on, every week I'm gonna cast Dragon's. What can she learn?
That's up to you. I don't ask for it.
But that's what you're gonna get.
I wasn't afraid of what happened.
I can't lose you. I am afraid of what happened. You may not be, but I am afraid of losing you.
I mean, I wasn't ready to die, and I fought. I fought, and I lost 2 good people.
Esma was mine. She was my student. I raised her to a house I looted myself.
So sorry.
Sorry for what?
I feel guilty. These people died for me.
You're a leader. That's their job. They accepted it. It's not gonna make it easy. But that's the truth.
But the stupid part is that if they shouldn't have attacked in the first place. If they just asked for a meeting with me, I would have spoken with them.
Can't change what happened. Only we can change what we can change is the future.
I mean, Wagram, I agreed to meet with the Adhene.
Well, I had to do that as well. But the problem is, Lainey, this place is different than the others. They have been left to do things in a very different way in the past. Now, I don't know what you're gonna do, but I'm sure you will find ways to handle this. You have my 100% trust on you, okay?
I am going to find a way to handle this. We're going to find these people. I don't care how much of an invisible legend they are. We're going to find them. And I need to find some way to stop her from doing magic. Or she'll just zap herself out of our reach.
Are you gonna be safe?
I can't promise that I'm going to be safe.
You can't promise that you will be safe. Please promise it to me so I can sleep.
And she's going to turn towards him and take both of his hands. And she will say, I promise you that I will do everything I can to stay safe. But you know what my county is like. It's a hotbed of unseelie and seelie and just craziness.
He just kisses her to shut her up.
I can't promise I'm going to be safe, is what she does as she pulls her face away. But I promise you I will do everything I can.
He nods. Just don't leave me, okay?
I don't plan to leave you.
Can't do without you. Can't imagine.
She just hugs him and pulls him really close. Because that's what she kind of needed at this point. She just needed to feel close, so.
Would you like the end of the scene there?
Yes, that's a good place.
Okay. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.